Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, you guys. Once again, we have updates, and then we're going to look at Sophie and what she said to the UN. I think it's fabulous. So stick with me, and we're going to jump right in with both feet today. Let's go. For those of you who don't know who Sean Ryder is, he is a singer. Well, Mr. Ryder has called them blank heads, and the word starts with a D, and said that they don't have a clue, which I agree with. For me, it's nice to see people that are in the public realm agreeing. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. I want to send out a big thank you to the Duchess of Monta, you know what? Because she pointed something out on Twitter that really caught my attention. Remember, Harry said on Oprah that he's never blindsided his grandmother. He would never do that because he has too much respect for her. He did say that, correct? Oh, yes. He totally respects his grandmother. All you have to do is look at these headlines. Ugh, makes me sick. All right, moving on. All right, this is not the UK per se, but it's getting in there, and let me explain. Russia is now demanding the return of Alaska. Like, what? Right, you sold it, and we're just going to hand it back? I don't think so, but let me tell you why this caught my attention. Russia was supposed to be getting some swords from Queen Elizabeth on loan. I think it was for a museum. I'm not sure what the whole thing is. Anyway, the Queen has turned around now and said, nope, I'm not sending them. I think that's absolutely the right thing to do. Every little bit counts, and I love the fact that she stopped this. All right, moving on. Just to show you what a racist, horrible place the UK is, over 100,000 Britons signed up to house Ukrainian refugees. These people are willing to open their homes and let complete strangers move in with them so that they'll have somewhere to go. Yet you don't see that kind of behavior from racist people. I am so proud of the UK. I don't know that people in the United States would have been that kind. I really don't. It's sad to say that, but this just shows me that, yeah, they've got fabulous open hearts. I love it. Okay, one more thing before we move on to the main stuff for today. This was sent to me by one of my followers. Do you guys realize that there is going to be a concert for Ukraine? I think that's great. My problem is that the concert is on the same day as the service for Prince Philip's Thanksgiving for his life. Who thought of that one? Maybe it's just me. It could just be me, but I think that's disrespectful as all get out. That's as disrespectful as Harry trying to explain why he can't go to his grandfather's memorial service, but he can make it to the Invictus Games. All right, quick update. Remember these two who filmed one of them like drop kicking his cat? It went all over the internet. Well, both he and his brother who filmed it have been charged for animal cruelty. Thank goodness. Apparently the cat is doing just fine. I do not believe they've given the cat back. Now, I find it very interesting that the brother who videotaped the incident has been suspended. But the club also said, well, 4 weeks have gone by since the incident, and a further suspension from the team would be detrimental to the team and to him, so we're going to make him available to play now. Now, in the meantime, Kurt Zuma, the one who was actually doing the things to the cat, has never been suspended. He's continued to play, but he's been booed and jeered whenever he's out on the field. I'm telling you, yeah. All right, let's move on to the big stuff. All right, we're going to turn our attention back to Sophie. A few more pictures showed up from her being at the St. George's Society. Fabulous pictures, of course. She looks amazing. But I just thought they were worth putting in here, even though we covered that yesterday. All right, moving on. Now, I saw this online because I wondered what dress it was, where it came from, and the Telegraph put up this. So there you go. That's the 3,600 pound outfit. And I like the fact that she's getting positive press about wearing leather at her age. I think it's great. All right. All right, let's move on to what happened after the last video. Sophie gave a speech, looking very polished, I might add, at a UN event where she was talking about the plight of women in Afghanistan. This is not something that is new to her. She's done this before, as you're about to see, and she spoke very eloquently. Here she is giving a speech in 2019 and then again in 2022, proving that she's not just a flash in the pan. And also, she doesn't jump on 50 bandwagons. She has chosen her path and she's sticking to it, and she's pushing there for women's rights, which is what you should do. And I love what Jojo Marsh pointed out. She was not escorted out in tears for secretly recording people. Now, I'm going to give you a sampling of what she said. Obviously, her speech was quite long. We're just going to cut it down to the bare bones so you can hear. Watch this.
Thank you very much for this opportunity just to make a very few brief remarks before we get to have the opportunity to hear from our Afghan briefers, which is what we're here to do. Taliban would have us believe that they are allowing citizens to go about their normal activities. We know that this is not true. So while we welcome their announcement that they have committed to reopening schools to girls this month and the return of some women to university, what we know is that the rights of women and girls have worsened, and Afghanistan is facing a desperate humanitarian and economic crisis, and that there is severe food insecurity. It is so hard to imagine how much has changed for so many in so little time. Where once there was hope, with women playing a central role in society, there is now hunger, destitution and violence. And now our attention is at risk of being diverted from Afghanistan with the devastating invasion of Ukraine by its Russian neighbour. How can we support the brave women peace builders and activists and all those who have stood up to the Taliban to demand their rights while risking their lives in doing so? How do we ensure that the international community remains involved and engaged with the issues that Afghanistan is facing? These are difficult questions to answer, but I hope by hearing directly from those on the ground as to what the main priorities are and what can be done, we can move some of these critical points forward. I'd like to thank you all for coming together today, and I look forward to hearing from you as you respond to the briefings we are about to hear and recommit our support for the women and girls and people of Afghanistan. Thank you.
And that, my friends, is how you command attention and give a speech. That's how you get your point across. Well done, Sophie. And I pointed out on Twitter that she got a seat at the table without trashing anybody in her family. And wasn't that just amazing how that could be done? To which Karen Coates responded that she comes across as polished, professional, and businesslike, with just a handbag, no dark glasses, no large entourage, no visible police presence. You know, she got the job done without a whole lot of fanfare. She didn't have a bunch of papers tucked under her arm trying to look, whatever. I mean, and that's the difference. Sophie was there on business. She wasn't trying to put on a show because there were cameras taping her. See the difference? And Mary Lorenz pointed out that Sophie's clothes fit her as well. Good point. And hey, sunshine breeze, I completely agree with your comment. For those of you wondering where the hell is Edward, because he wasn't at the Commonwealth Service, he is with the UN in Kenya. He met with 100 young people from different universities. He got to hear about their innovations, their entrepreneurship in Kenya. And he's also there representing the Duke of Edinburgh's award, which builds and empowers youth to find their purpose, passion, and place in the world. All right, I hope I'm going to pronounce all this right, but Edward, the Earl of Wessex, also spent that morning talking to different award participants in Kenya, and he went hiking on the Aberdare Ranges, I think is how you pronounce it, where he learned more about the chosen activities which form part of the award that these people are getting. They're saying that what he's doing is seeing firsthand the positive impact of learning leadership skills and promoting teamwork through the International Award. I think it's fabulous that the royals are doing what the royals should be doing, and they're back to business, and I think this is going great. I got to be honest, though, I'm really shocked that Harry and Meghan haven't put something out in an attention-grabbing thing, because that's what they usually do when this kind of stuff happens. Very interesting. Now, you should know that Edward also visited the barracks for a briefing on the work of, and I hope I say this right, the Batuk, and to meet the British and Kenyan members of the Batuk team. I bet somebody in Montecito is going to be pissed to see him meeting with soldiers. All right, guys. So, as usual, lots of information. Go back through it, write your comments, make them good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. If you've already hit that button, double check and make sure you're still subscribed. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Getter, you can email me. For those who have donated to my coffee/alcohol fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.